The Eagles game is over, but his work isn't done yet. Following their early season contest, people want to know what he thinks the team can accomplish as the year goes on. All the hard work he has been putting in has not gone unnoticed. It has attracted the attention of one of the team's top players, who knows the importance of helping teammates.
Come on, set! Like that!
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. That play good for 17 and a first down.
A gain of 17 yards.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry and got us off and running.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
70 Lions.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Shut up.
He's dropping back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Let's
And
go.
10 yards to go.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Third and long for him here. He's got it inside the 10. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, ooh, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Eagles and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
On second down, here's Barkley. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Here we
It's
go,
now
set.
3rd and 8.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Third and long, they're going to throw. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
He was defended by Garrett Williams.
The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7.
Here we go.
Pass play on 1st and 10. A throw left side, caught by Brown. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles earn the chance to tie before halftime. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That is as efficient as... Eagles ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out.
Ready, go.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles grab the lead on their first series of the half. Christian Watson with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it. The The Eagles headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hawk 7 ready.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Rocco leading.
Takes the second down snap. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized.
Brought in inside the 20. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a fourth-quarter lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Back to throw. He's looking deep once again. That's complete inside the 35. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown and may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
It's an Eagles win here in this one. And this game, wow, it came down to the final moments where it was their clutch score that proved the difference and set up this victory.
It's on to a new week for Philadelphia, and next on the schedule are the Rams. They know the blitz is coming. Either the football comes out quick, or it might not at all.
Let's go. Get up. Let's go now. Go. Set. Ready, ready. Here we go. Shot. Here we go. Here we go. Check go. Ready, ready, ready.
It's in the game. Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Los Angeles Rams. On the Philly sideline, there's head coach Nick Sirianni. His guys off to a strong 2-0 start to begin the 2026 campaign. On the other side for the Rams, it's Sean McVay. And his guys also 2-0, so this is a good test for both teams here early in the season. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And they'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 carries, 51 yards.
So, partner, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
That's complete to the rookie from Michigan. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Barkley, inside handoff. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Eagles see 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line.
First down, Eagles.
Ready? 70 Lion.
Looking to throw. Madden. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. On the previous drive, he connected with A.J. Brown for the touchdown pass. And they start again here, 1st and 10 now. Throwing to start the drive. Madden. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's got some space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how...
So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy.
Off play action. Madden. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. Powering his way forward. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Madden. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Oh, my. You know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
back to throw again. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add.
He threw his 10th touchdown on the year last time they had it, and he'll look to keep it going here with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Set.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and a yard.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Operating from the gun, Madden. His short throw caught by Goddard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Madden. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw. Madden. Connecting quickly with Goddard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Week after week. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 3rd already in this first half, as he'll try again with a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. 6, ready.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. Down the left sideline. He may go. He's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
164 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Ready? Cougar 19. Go.
Back to throw now on first down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
4 yards on the pickup.
Go.
2nd and 6.
The handoff to Barkley.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down, Eagles.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
2 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Madden. Quick slant here to Smith. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
They juked him. A second juke. That one good for 33 in the first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
19, Tiger, 19.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Shifts past him. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Eagles.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Eagles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season.
and dreary day in our nation's capital as we join you from Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. On the Eagles sideline, head coach Nick Sirianni. He's got his guys in mid-season form already, an impressive 3-0 start to the year. On the other side, Commanders head coach Dan Quinn. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A first down carry for Barkley.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
10 yards. That's good for the Eagles. First down. First and 10.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch, because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win, because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Eagles hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited, not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
Brings up third down and 10.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point, because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Second down and inches. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 39.
Looking to throw. Madden. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be P.I. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? There's a decline there.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that.
I'm so confused.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Gets around him. Down the right sideline. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right?
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And it's actually been out of the backfield, handing the ball off where they've had a lot of success. So if you're the quarterback, do you just maybe say, you know, maybe this isn't my day, our running game's going so well, you just continue to lean on that?
I agree. That's exactly what you do. And you have to kind of take your ego and put it aside, because you always think your next throw is going to be your best throw, right? Your next play is going to be your best play. Lean on what's working for you right now. That should help carry your team to victory if things keep going in the direction that they are.
Yeah, because the formula has them the lead currently.
A gain of 15. First down, Philadelphia.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, it's Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Madden. His short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
14 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is caught. It's Brown. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
Sack. COVID-19. Take go.
Throwing to start the drive. Madden over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
A
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down.
Operating from the gun. Madden. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Madden. Airing it out deep for Smith. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 66 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Down at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Nike 18.
They'll go to Barkley again. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's still on his feet. Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Eagles are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. But go ahead and give him the hat.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field are already making plans for the evening.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
248 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got Smith here. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Philadelphia, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.
you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Nick Sirianni, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Eagles. His guys ready for their next possession. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Is that make sense to you?
Absolutely, and the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays, get a bunch of yardage all at one time, because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime, multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A run with Barkley. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 5. 60. Once again, it's Barkley. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. Whoa! A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Eagles first down.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish.
And he will get into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That touchdown, number 11 on the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defense.
The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From the 24 now, here's second down and 6.
Second and 6.
They'll look to throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. Room up the sideline at the 45. Yeah. What about that? Out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
Let's go. 70. Back to the air once more on second down. And he'll take it on in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. And he will power his way into the end zone. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Eagles. That his second touchdown of the game, numbers 11 and 12 on the season. What a standout performance early on in the Eagles offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now a quick throw taken in by Brown. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First down.
Back to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Ooh. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. So, halftime here out west. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
He's got his man Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down. On the handoff, this is Barkley. Finding space inside the 40. And he's got another one. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His big game continues. His third touchdown of this one. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Here's Barkley. And that one's shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. He'll look to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there. And
the Eagles offense ready to get back to work. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger, up past the 25.
And an Eagle first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. Room to run at the 40. Oh, yeah. Saquon Barkley. And he is gone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Eagles. What a night he's... Comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Still 2 timeouts remaining for the defense, but do the math. Even if they choose to use them, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory. They'll run. It's Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 18. Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Only 1 timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten.
sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off. It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. Gets through and now an opening. Saquon Barkley. Moving inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. Back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance. It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Second and 9. Brings up second and 9.
19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Still on his feet. Christian Watson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Christian Watson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 119 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Powers through. Still going. Inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside.
Comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if in fact they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that hot hand.
Yeah, not over yet, but looking good here in the second quarter. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Room past the 35. Through the middle of the field. He's on his way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 81 yards. And the Eagles continue to pull away here this. He notched his 15th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive. And they'll look to keep it going here, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. Go.
Looking to throw. Madden. This will be caught by Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Madden. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Ooh, the juke. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury.
Here we go, Shaq.
2nd and 2. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this down inside the 40.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
Back to throw again. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards already.
the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Go!
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so.
So here are the Eagles to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Here we go.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 208 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. They keep it with Barkley on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the bootleg. Madden. He's going deep for Brown. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field. picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for an Eagles first down.
Again, it's Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia! A.J. Brown with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. A first down carry for Barkley. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2. Up the middle with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Now Saquon Barkley, a strong running. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to bring big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
On first down, Flanagan. Down inside the 40.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ready.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point.
On the 6.
Throwing to start the drive. Madden.